And it seems as though the determining issue that women are once again hyperfixated on is abortion, abortion, and more abortion. It seems absolutely impossible to get women to think about the numerous other ways that we have become increasingly endangered in this country based on the policies of the Biden administration and every other Democrat in office right now. Women don't seem to care that they themselves or their daughter, niece, granddaughter, cousin, or best friend could be the next Laken Riley, who ends up beaten or murdered at the hands of one of the million of illegal immigrants that have been allowed to flood into this country, or that they themselves or one of their friends, co-workers, peers, or fellow church group members could be the next Allison Phillips, who was the mother of Laken Riley, mourning the loss of a daughter who was needlessly taken, either of which are increasingly possible because of Biden's open border policies. They don't seem to care that women cannot walk down the street in any of our major cities without getting violently attacked because of Democrat bail reform policies that are letting repeat criminals back out onto the street to reoffend. They don't seem to care that their daughter could be the next Chloe Cole, Prisha Mosley, Luca Hine, or any of these other women that have gone through a tough time when dealing with anxiety and hormones as a teenager and be persuaded into having their breasts removed before they can get a chance to get mentally healthy. They don't seem to care that every single young woman on their daughter's sports teams are all vulnerable to being the next Riley Gaines, who is bumped off the podium by a biological male with long hair, or the next Paula Scanlon, who is forced to change her clothes next to a guy in the locker room against her own consent, or the next Macy Petty, who gets her head knocked in by a male volleyball player who spikes the ball into her face at full force. They don't seem to care that their daughters are constantly at risk and in danger because of Democrats emboldening and protecting people with sexual fetishes and or criminal histories, as these kind of people who have these type of inclinations target those that are least likely to be able to stand up to them or fight them off, namely women and children. The only danger so many women are being convinced to see right now is whether or not they have the right to kill an unborn child, which honestly is something most women are unlikely to choose should they actually be faced with that opportunity. So really the issue that they have prioritized over everything else is one that most are probably not going to have to face in their lives at any point. Yet for some reason, the slight possibility of maybe someday at some point themselves or a peer potentially possibly maybe having to carry a baby before they're ready, even though it's not likely to happen, is far more of a horrifying thought than the fact that all women are increasingly living with the real threats of no privacy and unimaginable risks to their personal safety at every level, every single day. Be sure that you like this video because liking definitely helps more than you know. I would love it if you would make sure that you are subscribed so you can help me to grow this channel. Keep it real, guys, and I will see you in the next one.